What's going on, everybody? Welcome to the Stack. Welcome back. You've been before. I'm NeonMushroom. That's TTrgr. We are here at the same time streaming, which is something you're really only used to seeing on Sundays. If this is a shit show, and I have reason to believe that we are going to be dealing with a bit of a shit show here, it's because we're working with some technology that we haven't had to deal with working with before. So let me give you a quick breakdown of what you're going to see. Calvin's mouth is blue. That's the first and foremost important thing happening here. And then number 2 and 3 in order of importance is that he has talkies. And the third one is that the technology for this stream is something we are not super experienced with. Basically, I'm not going to get into all the nitty gritty, but we're sitting here in this room and we're going to do coverage of Commander games that are played by people in our Discord who are consist of our team and our patrons. We'll get into reasons why maybe later, not so much today, because this is the big test run. So if anything catches fire, sorry. If it goes well, we meant for that to happen, and you're welcome. Other than that, I think we should just jump into this as quickly as possible after looking at chat. Tristan says, sorry for the shit show. And that's interesting because Tristan is playing with us today. Twistbear, Booth either is always nice. I'm not going to kink shame. That ain't me. Look who else is in chat. Are we missing anyone? NeonMushroom. That's a pretty cool guy. And it looks like everyone in chat so far. So if you're here, welcome. Other than that, Calvin, I'm going to transition over really quick. Is that cool with you?
Man, you know,
Okay.
Oh, shit. That just happened.
That just happened. And then I'm also going to get the next scene ready, just in case we need it. Okay, so really quick, you guys can hear us. What we have here is, and they're going to start playing when I tell them to. What we have here is 4 players. One of them is a local player. It's Guy Scott. You'll know him from the main channel. He's playing Zacama, Primal Calamity, which is a big mana combo deck. We've got Tristan on Extus, Arik Overlord. Do you have information as to whether or not he modeled this after your Extus?
I believe, if I remember correctly, Tristan modeled this off of like one of my old Extus's build.
Yeah.
Except I did see in Goldfishing a Imperial Recruiter and Ragavan, which I have not done.
You have not done that. Okay.
Well, like I don't have that. Let me clarify.
Yeah.
I did do that. I don't have that anymore.
Makes sense.
Modern or something.
Swampy Style says to share the Takis. And then we've got who is this? Is this Sunny playing the Eloise Nephalia Sleuth deck?
Yep.
Which is it's Eloise shit. I imagine he's doing Eloise combo. And then we've got the Red Goat playing Yeva, and that's kind of what we're dealing with here. Yeva's the mono green. I'm gonna play Creatures Commander. Without man, this technology is overwhelming, huh, Galvin?
It's over. Wait, which part of the technology?
Just all of it. Just every last.
The multiple computer setup. How we're on Discord technically twice. Like we're.
Hold up, I gotta. Hey boys, can you hear me? Play ball.
Ball play.
I suppose I just could have told that to Guy. Anyway.
Yeah, he could. We could technically walk into the other room and get into that camera where my laptop is, or the overwhelming part is just how many like scenes we have.
Yep. And turn 1, oh baby, we've got it's hard to differentiate with these old lands, or these new lands, the blacked out ones, but that's going to be VassirSeer on turn 1 from Extus. And Calvin, what can you tell me about VassirSeer out of an Extus deck on turn 1?
You gotta fucking kill it.
You gotta kill it? That's what I thought. You know what doesn't kill Extus on turn 1? An Urza's Saga on turn 1, which means unless he plays a Soul Ring here, he is not going to be able to make the construct. Well, and it looks like he just played the Saga in past.
I mean, this isn't modern.
This is, like, yeah, but we could be playing modern.
This is just value. Urza Saga is just fine.
It's true. And then they've got a forest from Yeva, and what I'm assuming should be a Lemur Elf, but he's just passing the turn to Guy, who's camera quality. He's just gone to shit. What's going on here?
Oh, you want to know what happened to the camera quality to that particular one after this mountain into Keen Duelist?
Keen Duelist. Who's he picking? He's picking Guy.
Well, no, Keen Duelist doesn't trigger until the next roundabout.
Yeah, but okay, you know how I know he's picking Guy?
How?
We haven't heard it yet, but you'll see. He'll pick Guy. Then we have Urza Saga triggering going up to 2, which can make constructs, but guess what? This is just a 0 mana go get Soul Ring, I bet money. No, never mind. He plays an Ancient Tomb. You know what Ancient Tomb means, don't you?
That means he can have a construct.
That means he can have a construct. It means he can have 2 3/3s. And life can be absolutely outstanding.
It would be great if this was modern, but there's 3 opponents.
There sure are 3 opponents. No, it's still pretty good. That's a lot of pressure early.
Oh, well, okay, if there's nothing else going on, yes.
But it's worth noting that Guy's Zacama deck, for anyone who doesn't know, is going to be a big mana combo deck that utilizes board wipes and stuff. So be aware of that. Twistbear Saga is greater than Mana Vault, is greater than Soul Ring. Plus Grid Monolith is great turn 1. That's a busted turn 1, my dude. Spire Garden from Guy. So now he's only missing white. And now he's thinking that he wants to. I can hear them, so I have an advantage over you, Calvin.
I mean, yeah, I was thinking about that. Did we miss what the heck deck Red Goat did?
I don't know what Red Goat did. I know that Guy is casting a ramp spell, Nature's Lore. And then you know what I can do? In case we ever miss anything, we can ask.
He's looking for the mic, kids.
Oh god, we can ask.
Or sorry, the mouse. The other M
Think
word.
about that. Hey, Red Goat, what did you do on turn 2?
Oh, he Green Sun for 1!
Perfect. He Green Sun for 1. Which is outstanding.
And he did the thing where, like, for shortcut convenience in a friendly game of Spell Table, while I look for the elf, you can go, sir. Sir, ma'am.
And it looks like I got a Temple Garden. And
I get it. The other hand is cutting it.
Oh.
Oh, yeah, Adrian.
It's kind of like when you let your left hand do it.
Uh...
All right, we're going back, and he's picking someone to pick up the card, and it is Guy. Now ask me how I knew it was going to be Guy.
Adrian, how did you know that it was going to be Guy, besides the fact that you're in the Discord right now?
Because I'm in the Discord listening.
All right.
And they had a discussion before the game.
All right.
What did Guy get here? It looks like a Temple of the False God, which is pretty good, because Guy... So now we can get into a little bit of information. Guy's deck has a magic number, I think it's 13, where when you have the card, there's a few lands that do it, but Sanctum of Eternity and Shiv and Gorge are the key cards, because Zacama lets you tap all your mana, and if you have a way to put Zacama back in your hand, for instance, you can keep recasting it and untapping your mana. Now, if he has some way to double his mana, I think the magic number ends up being 13, but he can kill you infinitely with a Shiv and Gorge by continuing to activate the Shiv and Gorge. That's one of Guy's main endgame combos.
He does need both of those lands in play. So technically the fragility is in the lands. Also, fun facts, kids. That's a
Zulaport Cutthroat.
It's a Hengate pathway.
Hengate pathway.
Well, that one.
Yeah.
The white one with the black side, I think, or the red side. I don't care.
Yeah.
Then a Zulaport Cutthroat, and then Sunny made a construct. And now I think he's thinking about making another construct. But the construct is currently being represented by a spirit,
which is the type of quality you could expect here. But yeah,
I get it.
Here's the thing, like this is reasonably powerful. He's got a 1/1, which if he activates it a second time, he's gonna wind up having a 2/2, and he's gonna get to tutor an artifact, which can make it a 3/3. And he is in black and blue, so he's not gonna have a lot of great ways to recycle, unfortunately. But that can get out of hand in a deck like, for instance, do you know if Iden has added Urza Saga to his Lord Windgrace deck yet?
Not yet.
That's something he should be adding to his deck, I think.
Probably.
Think about like all the green cards.
Map.
Exactly, Expedition Map. All the green cards plus Crucible of Worlds. Just ways to buy it back over and over and over. How is he grinding value at that? I don't know. But constructs just kill people, it turns out.
That's also the main backup line, yeah. With that said, we're not going double construct right now. It looks like he floated the mana.
Oh, so he's tight on mana. I wouldn't be surprised if he goes to like get a Soul Ring here or something.
That'd be a little weird insofar as this is not a colorless deck.
Yeah, he's got no colored mana. What could he get that's cheap enough? He could get like a Mox of some type.
He could get a Skull Clamp.
He could get a Skull Clamp.
But that doesn't eat the construct for what
it doesn't. Worth. It'll be a 3/1 if he equips it. And he does have 1 floating mana here. So he could equip it, but it'll live through it. It'll live to see tomorrow, which is going to be not great. I'm not sure what his follow-up's going to be here.
The follow-up is if he doesn't have lands in his hand, pain.
If he kept the greediest hand ever of like 0 lands.
No. He doesn't.
Or just sorry, 2 lands. Urza's in Ancient Tomb. If he kept greedy Ancient Tomb Urzas with no colored sources, and he starts to get punished for it, I don't feel bad. Because if that's the case, you're probably supposed to get Mox Opal here or something.
If there's a Mox Opal in his deck, that's also technically a question.
Yeah, I would put Mox Opal in my Eloise deck because you can get Mox Opal for like I think 6 cents at your local FedEx. Is where I would pick up my copy of Mox Opal.
Wait, I didn't know when did FedEx start selling singles?
Oh, well, you have to buy 9 at a time if you're being efficient. A booster pack almost.
It's like an arena booster pack.
It's kind of like a MTG Arena Alchemy booster pack.
Hey kids, that's a Spire of Industry.
Spire of Industry makes colored mana. He does have artifacts. Can't quite cast the Eloise yet. No, he can. He absolutely can. Eloise is a 4-drop, right?
Eloise is a 4-drop with 2 colors, so think of that.
He's just going to play, I don't know. He's going to do nothing. I'm sorry, is that an Arcbound Ravager?
Man, I can't read.
That's an Arcbound Ravager, my guy.
I'm going to be honest, that's just...
And he is sacrificed. Oh, he's just showing the camera his sick art for Arcbound Ravager. That is absolutely gorgeous. I like that a lot. How do you feel about masterpieces, just in general?
Oh, me?
Yeah.
Let me first of all get it on our fucking faces because I want to look at myself right now. How do I feel about masterpieces? I think masterpieces were great, but they're gone now. They're secret layers, right?
Yeah, right. So you buy direct from Wizards, Yahoo.
I also remember at the time when masterpieces came out, and like the first set they were a hit, and then they were like done to the ground. It was the uncut ones that everyone just sort of groaned over.
I don't know if anyone caught this, but guy just got hit for 3 by the construct. Yeah, that's so like I was talking more aesthetically, but those points are valid. Like,
Aesthetic. Well,
I hate him aesthetically, personally, but that's because I have a taste. I like old shit.
Aesthetically, it just comes down to, do you want your Magic cards to look different from Magic cards?
Right.
If the answer is no, because you like the look of Magic cards, then you won't like the Godzilla cards.
You just
for
played a
example.
Hangerback Walker, but the Mecha Godzilla version, by the way.
Isn't there one Godzilla card that is only in Godzilla form?
Yeah, Godzilla.
Oh,
Like actual Godzilla is only in Godzilla form.
nice.
It's not good.
Dude, that was the first Walking Dead, kids. Speaking of masterpieces, are you excited to pick up your copy of Secret Lair Stranger Things?
Ooh. Real quick to interrupt, Red Goat did not understand that Keen Duelist, right? It only has the player that they choose do it. So Keen Duelist has 1 card more than he should have in his hand, but he's putting it back as we speak. Anyway, what was your point? What are you talking about over here?
Oh,
I'm listening to like 4 people. This is amazing.
Yeah, you chose Pain. I don't have the context of like what they're doing in the game. I had to go off the visuals of 4 different webcam qualities, but I'm not going to get overwhelmed by sound. Anyways, I'm getting the Stranger Things Secret Lair because I want to invite violence on this channel.
Ooh, what was that card?
Because it was on the cut that we were talking about masterpieces.
Here, what was he's played a... Oh, that must be a Wood Elves. He played a Wood Elves effect.
He definitely played something.
He's going to get a land to put into play tapped. Or maybe untapped. If it's Wood Elves, it's untapped.
He's pointing.
What was... Hey, let me talk to them, Calvin. You have the mouse.
Man,
It'll be fine.
have the mouse.
It's going to be fine.
Beep.
Hey, what was that card that let you search? Simic Wayfinder. Acidic Wayfinder.
Acidic Wayfinder.
Something Wayfinder. It's going to be fine.
It's going to be the way to find.
Oh, you're making it so we can click the button. I like that a lot, Calvin. I like what you're doing. This is just smart.
You guys can't see it.
Hey, make it so I can mute myself so they can keep playing. There we go.
You can also do that if you keep on like.
Yeah, just leave it on and I'll do this. It'll be fine.
That way, everyone on stream gets to see you go like.
Fertile Ground onto Temple Garden. So guy's doing his thing, and now he's tapping it for 2. Blind Obedience. So this is a big part of guy's strategy. Not to get analytical on you, but I'm gonna get analytical on you. Calvin's here. Guy's goal is to survive as long as humanly possible, or dinosaurally possible, until he can do his combo. And Blind Obedience is gonna make it just hard for him to die, because he can extort every spell he plays, and he's gonna play a lot of ramp spells that don't cost a lot of mana. Believe it or not, the Zacama deck's curve is actually super low to the ground.
Oh yeah, that makes sense between like Farseeks and there's a Sylvan Library just revealed off. The
Sylvan Library, and yeah, that's gonna be pretty good. Money, you have to, okay, gun to your head. Who do you think's gonna win this game right now, based on the board state?
Based literally on what I'm seeing right now.
Yep.
I'm going to. I want to bet money on Zacama because Blind Obedience actually shuts down what Extus wants to do.
That's where I'm at. I am exactly at I put Zacama on winning this game.
Although I have no idea what Sunny can pull out.
Me either.
I have not seen that deck in action. I know the possibilities of Eloise. I've looked into it once.
We have an Impulsive Pilferer coming down, Calvin.
I love that card. It came in tapped though.
It does come in tapped. Hey guy, don't forget that comes in tapped.
I'm gonna get judge. I'm the judge now.
They found it. This is so much technology to string together. I love this.
Man, like I wonder if I could
walk me through what this what an Extus or Rake Overlord, or better known as Awaken the Blood. What is this deck trying to do in a game of Commander, and how is Tristan positioned right now?
If Awaken the Blood avatar is built the way I would build it, and I'm assuming it is based on just branding and the fact that the sorcery is on top. He's trying to use stuff like Zulaport Cutthroat while making, making the token that burns everyone down. He wants to do combat to kill everyone. Technically, it is a deck that wants to combat kill everyone.
Yeah.
Because you're doing sacrifice, and the efficient way to get more dudes to kill is like interacting with your graveyard as a resource.
Yep.
You tend to snowball into, well, maybe sometimes an infinite.
Right.
But first and foremost, the deck wants to combat kill. And that blind obedience right there, that causes problems.
That makes sense. How close do you think Tristan is to this?
Tristan's list is to one of mine.
To yours, yeah. Based on what you see on the board.
I have played every single one of those cards. I do not believe I play Zulaport Cutthroat in any of my versions right now.
That's for channel reasons, right?
Because I have 4 flavors of this white-black deck, and
anyone who didn't see it, he just played a Sidemaster Thopterus that's tapped because of the Blind Obedience. He had to play 3 life because he has a Spire and Ancient Tomb as his mana sources.
I just heard a door open. Oh my goodness.
That means Thai food's here, baby.
And which is really awkward because
we can eat on stream. They can't stop us.
They legally can't. It would just be weird.
It would be weird.
Twist Bear is in the chat right now saying that the Artifact player is going to win.
You think so? Twist Bear. All right, let's put down some illegal bets.
For legal reasons, that's a joke. For legal reasons, we're going to not do the illegal thing that he said. I promise, FBI.
All right, we saw an attack. It looks like guy's down at 32. I believe that is who he attacked, but I'm not sure. Could have been Red Goat. And I do want to point out that this is my least favorite thing to look at ever. If you look down at your lower right-hand side of the screen, you'll see that Red Goat has 3 forests that are not full art, and then 1 full art forest. And you'll notice that the 4th forest you just played has a matching art that does not match the other 2 forests that aren't full art.
Adrian, pay closer attention. None of the forests match.
None of them match? None of the forests match. Yeva, the Red Goat needs to be cold.
Now that's a little rough.
It is rough, but it has to happen.
And if you look over to our right now, Aiden has stepped just off frame, and he's thinking about Thai food.
Temple of the False God just came into play, and I believe it's active. I believe it checks for 5 lands.
That's why I put it to this shot. But if you pay very close attention, I'm going to disappear.
Adios. We're still here. Just kidding. We're tapping for 5. We're using the 2 colorless off of the temple, and he's playing. Remember that thing I said guy was going to do? That thing I said he would do where he's going to wipe the board a lot? He's doing it. Now, does Red Goat have Heroic Intervention?
Man, I hope Red Goat has Heroic Intervention, or else Red Goat is just in trouble. I think Red Goat is the one that just basically gets put too far down behind. No, wait, no. Yeva is 4, right?
Yeah, so the argument they're having in the other room right now is Guy's casting Wrath of God, but he's trying to exploit it. Guy only has 2 white sources, so that doesn't work.
No,
You can't exploit it. And we have some responses. And, guess who has the responses, Calvin? It's the Extus player with all the leaves the battlefield triggers.
What? You're telling me the guy with all the die effects is like, man, shit's dying?
The dude with all the dies effects is about to do some stuff.
Because just based on what I see right now, he gets a treasure token, and then Zulaport Cutthroat is like, man, what if everyone else lost 4 life, and I gained 4?
Yep.
That's the minimum.
And he's going to get all the scries off of Seer, which can be very good. But this does slow this slows the Extus player down quite a bit.
I mean, the Extus player is already being stonewalled by blind obedience.
Yep.
Technically, the Extus player is probably searching for an infinite outlet.
Yep.
But the commander itself doesn't actually help that much.
He's doing stuff you're not, though, because where this would stonewall you, he is playing Zulaport Cutthroat effects, clearly.
I mean, yeah.
So he could look for that Mardu Aristocrats finish, as opposed to doing the giant blood avatars, haha, LMAO.
I mean, yeah. Yeah, that is all a possibility. And then Telalonis is like, wait a minute. And actually, you just say wait in the chat. But I'm calling it out right now as I stare in the camera deep into your eyes. Deep.
I don't know if you see this, but Judy Big Booty, a.k.a. Sunny, just did a little trick with his Ravager to get a bunch of counters on his Hangerback Walker. Mm-hmm. Using his ARP on Ravager. So when the Ravager, when his Hangerback Walker dies, or his Mecha Godzilla, what's going to happen is he's going to have the Soul Ring, Skull Clamp, plus a bunch of 1/1s. So that's going to be pretty nifty.
He'll be able to get his color sources.
Yep, he'll be able to draw lands. Wrath of God does resolve, which means Guy's in a phenomenal position because now people don't have any opposition, and Guy's combo, it involves his commander, so it's pretty easy to fire off. Like, all Guy has to do is find the pieces, and the Sanctum of Eternity plus Shiv and Reef combo is not the only one that works either.
No, I assume he has more combos in there, just in case.
Here's a Dryad of the Elysian Grove, for instance. It doesn't even know what that could mean.
Teleonis, we tend to do a lot of the commander stuff. Welcome to MTG The Stack on the Twitch. You should do a Sunday thing sometimes when this is happening, but it's actually in paper, when like we have a camera above us, and then, you know, maybe YouTube. I don't know. I don't have the call to action set up because that needs to change too, but, you know.
Ooh, he did the Pilfer. He did the Pilfer.
See, I love that card.
The Pilfer is so good.
Man.
And you know what he gets to do when he does that? He gets to cast Blood.
Tapped?
Tapped. It's tapped. But Guy loses his Dryad, which is relevant text.
Yes. It is relevant text. To answer Mord's question, if this Extus list is built like my Extus list, I tend to not ever cast Extus. There are some things I heard in CEDH community of things you can do with Extus, but, you know.
Yeah, I've seen CEDH Extus builds. And really quick, I'm going to call you Leo. Telianis? I'm going to call you Telianis. You prefer paper? Yeah, Calvin just mentioned that, but like if this is your first time, I don't know if you've chatted yet. I don't think I've seen you. If I have, I'm sorry I missed you. But like you said, Sundays we do actual paper commander as well in person. And then we do arena as well. But that's mostly just like me enjoying. I like playing non-commander formats. But we'll also have some paper not commander as well soon. So look forward to that.
Arena is flashy, but also it's that's why I like it. I like the pretty.
Yeah, there's reasons to like Arena, but there's also a lot of reasons to criticize Arena. We can have both. This is America.
You can't
unless you're not in America, which
that everyone watching right now is in America. I'm pretty sure we have some patrons that are very explicitly in Europe,
which is very smart. It's a smart move to be somewhere else.
To be not here.
To be not here.
That's rough. And I'm sad.
Being on Earth in general right now is kind of a mistake.
Okay, why do you say that?
Just, it's, you know, oxygen, taxes.
Okay, something death and taxes. There's your magic callback to.
No one's got a Thalia. Although there's a blind obedience, which is kind of a tax effect.
There is a tax, yeah. There was a Wrath of God, so like it's not like death and taxes, but you know.
Arena is cool for free drafts, Mortimus. Yeah, I mean there is that.
Free drafts as in bait to get you addicted.
Now I want you to notice this. We have an Urborg from Sunny, or Judy Big Booty as you guys see him. Mm-hmm. You know what that means? Colored mana. Think about that.
Yes, though it can be said that Sunny has gotten past the early game.
I'm gonna check something really quick. Just to be sure, that was the Psy Master Thopters going to the graveyard because it was supposed to die to the Wrath, right? Cool. Just making sure. I was trying to figure out why Psy Master Thopters was in play because he's a blue player. Something could have happened, but it is in fact supposed to be dead.
Could have flickered it.
Taking 3 from Ancient Tomb and Spire of Industry, and he's gonna take an action. He's going to play Urza. Ooh, baby. Here we go.
Now we are in the pain train.
Now Urza's going to start doing Urza-like stuff. Now, Eloise, we did a short on YouTube. You did a short on YouTube around Eloise. Mm-hmm. I'm imagining he's doing that combo bare minimum.
I do believe the important card is in the deck.
Yeah, but also this combination of colors should be able to create infinite mana fairly easily, meaning Urza can also just win the game.
There's an Urza in play in this artifact deck. I wonder what's going to happen.
Look at all these 1/1s that are now mana. He's going to use the Thopter to tap for the mana to put the Skull Clamp on the Thopter to kill it, draw 2 cards. That Thopter put a gun in its mouth.
Like, it's why you hate yourself, but, you know, lethal.
It was like, bro, let me get you some resources real quick. It's going to be fine.
And then the weird bit of tapping the Skull Clamp for the mana as well.
Yeah, it's amazing. That's when you play Urza, the physics of Magic fall apart, and you wonder where everything went wrong. Like the physics are just gone. There's no more physics here. He's tapped out, and he just played. I'm gonna get the name of it. What did you just play? What is that card there? Workshop Assistant. When it dies, he gets to buy back an artifact from his graveyard. Thank you. It's a Mirror Retriever-like effect.
Except it just target.
except for it's just target.
No, wait, Mirror Retriever just target. Which is the one that doesn't just target?
Scrap? No, the bird. Junk Diver. Is it Junk Diver?
No, Jump Diver just targets. There's one, I think it's Scrap Trawler, the one where you need to EMC less.
Yes, yeah, that does not target.
Something Oswald fuck item something.
Which gets around like Graveyard Hate in a weird way, I believe. Single target Graveyard Hate.
Single target Graveyard Hate. Because you don't have to target, like Incarnation Technique.
And then we have a pass. The Urza player, this is a rare occurrence, and this is the first time you've seen this on Twitch. The Urza player passed the turn. I don't think I've seen this before, if I'm being honest. Ooh, guess what Red Goat did?
If
on end step, you guessed it, he flashed in his commando with flash. He's probably gonna play another mismatching fucking forest and drive me insane.
I pray, because then that would suggest that the entire deck is mismatching forest.
Yeah,
and
and
that's the kind of chaos I can live for. You know, rather than win conless stacks, Grandmaster or whatever. I have Takis.
Is this the shade? Oh, it's a Dryad Arbor, which technically is not a forest.
Wait, yes it is.
It technically is not a basic forest.
You're right. It's not a basic forest. So he hasn't proven bad stuff yet. Also, it comes into play tap.
It does come into play tap,
Blind
and
Obedience.
it did, because Blind Obedience does the thing that you ask it to do.
Leo's in there saying he also runs the mismatch wars.
Why? Why are you like this?
It's just for you, buddy.
Why? You know what? At least they're all mismatching. I can actually kind of get behind that. You know what I can't get behind? People who have like mostly mismatching lands, but they didn't pay enough attention, so they actually some of them match. Mm-hmm. That's a problem. They're having some type of Rule Zero discussion here. No.
Well, it looks like Zacama is getting ready to fuck.
Oh yeah. Okay. So here's what's happening. I don't know if anyone knows what Yeva does, but his stuff has flash.
Yes.
Relevant text. He can flash things in. Why is this important? He doesn't have to tap out on his turn.
Nope.
It's going to help him dodge guys' wrath effects quite well. Guy is about to go to 7 mana total. Ooh, this is relevant. Guy's making the comment. He's tapping 3. He's playing Sylvan Library. But he can use one of those lands for black mana to pay for the extort. He can use the black part of extort from Blind Obedience.
Oh, mine might blue mouth because of the Takis, but you know. Urborg just turned Blind Obedience to the max.
Oh, yep. Now he can extort everything. He had a white mana bottleneck, and now he has infinite black mana in his Naya Commander deck. It's amazing.
I mean, do you remember the time when in Commander you couldn't actually have in your mana pool colors that didn't match your color identity?
I do remember that. But guess what? It's not how it works anymore.
I have weird, vague memories of Schoolcraft College, a Siege Game Commander.
Guy just extorted Teferi's Protection. He extorted Teferi's Protection in order to leave.
I can vibe with that.
Calvin approves.
That makes a lot of sense.
In a game, opponents do the same. Beat the mind, and the deck is easy. That's fair. I mean, if you sit across from me and play all mismatching lands to trigger me, it worked. I lose. Wait, can you pass the turn if you're phased out? He wins the game. It's his turn forever.
Wait a minute.
Alright, we're going to Tristan's turn. I'm interested to see what he can do. He did the Pilferer. What's the name of it? Encore? Is that the ability that it has from the graveyard?
Yeah.
That's it, right?
Encore. But he already did that last turn, and that's what
Sonny's getting Bajuka Bogged. That's relevant.
Yes. Yes? What's in his graveyard? What is in Sonny's graveyard?
Let me see here. He has Urza's Saga. He has Arcbound Ravager. He has what else does he have? Psy Master Thopterist. And I think one more card, if I'm not mistaken.
None of those ring a bell as like big problem childs in and of themselves.
That's true. Buying back the Arcbound Ravager opens up some windows, I think.
I mean, it would.
Yeah.
But ultimately, probably has a Bajuka Bog just at the wrong time. Held it as his last lane.
Yep.
And, you know, it makes more sense just to spend it now.
I agree.
And I think there was a little conversation right there about whether or not Tristan deals damage when he attacks to Zacama.
Tevesh.
But here's the Tevesh. This is probably...
This is powerful.
This is the good.
Mortimus. Speaking of extort, people in my LGS give me shit, in good spirit, for playing stormy explosive decks like Calamax, Prosper. So I made Lisa stacks with a lot of extort, and God, I love this mechanic. He sounds like you.
I built Lisa stacks once. We played it once. I had to put it away. I remember that.
Yo,
What?
Leo mismatches his Tron lands in Modern. You're banned. you're banned from the. You're banned, my dude. I'm kidding. It's completely legal. Oh, this microphone's just for show. That's a lie. It's how I communicate with the players.
Do you know any Tron players IRL?
He's attacking. It's happening. I do know some Tron players IRL. The Awaken the Blood Avatar attacked.
Yes.
It happened.
It attacked.
Guess who took it?
Not Guy.
Sunny is now at 19.
Wait, Sunny's at 19?
Yep. He's got an Urza resolved.
Wait. Oh, I'm looking at the bottom right for some weird reason. Yeah, okay, Sunny's at 19.
That's why I get W's, baby. Boomer Tron. Are you telling me you don't play the Wishboard in your Tron deck in Modern?
Hey.
You probably also don't play Giganta as your companion, coward.
Hey. What the hecky? How did that Zulaport Cutthroat come back?
How did that Zulaport Cutthroat come back?
I'm a little confuzzled.
Hey, how did that Zulaport Cutthroat come back? Savine's Reclamation.
Oh, hell yeah.
That's amazing.
So that's and I think loss. Wait, no, Teferi's Protection still stops loss of life too.
It does. He uses Giganta, in case you were wondering, but he doesn't use the Wishboard, I don't think. But Giganta is just a 8-mana 5/5 that you always have in your hand, which in Tron, more useful than you think.
I can see that. I can concede to that, and it's just technically kind of free.
It's free. It's something 15th sideboard slot, yada yada, yeah.
How do you feel about Companion as a mechanic?
I think it's fine. Post errata, I think it's fine. I think they have to be careful, and I think making it was maybe a mistake, just because if they want to ever revisit it, I think the amount of R&D that has to go into making sure that it's not fundamentally busted is going to be difficult.
I mean,
Luris is dominating Modern to this day.
Luris is dominated just everything old,
Yeah,
right?
everything it touches. It was good in Standard when it was legal. You played it in Dimir Rogues. That deck was gas.
Now, that said, do you think they're gonna hard R&D test it if they come back to it?
No, what they're
Or
going to
anything
do is
besides
use
Standard?
Alchemy as a playground for it. They're going to let us test it.
I mean, that's not a...
It's not the worst idea.
Technically, it's not a bad idea.
Based on the last few sets they designed, I think we make better playtesters than their playtesters. So, I mean, that's what Alchemy is. They're just outsourcing playtesting. Ooh, Tez. We got Aiden Brickle special. The Tezzeret to end all Tezzerets.
I don't think Aiden Rickle has ever played that Tezzeret.
Oh, is that the bridge?
That's the bridge. That's the
That's
promo
Bridge Boy.
from War of the Spark. I don't know what Bridge Boy does though.
He so you know how like there's a body of land and another body of land, and sometimes there's water between them.
Yes.
So swimming isn't always the most convenient thing to do to get over that water. So sometimes they have Tezzeret come in, and he builds a bridge.
Now, hold on. Let me just very quickly, just to double check. We're gonna do this one right here because I don't want to rob anyone of this the nonsense happening behind the scenes. But can you say that one more time? Because I didn't quite hear you.
So sometimes you have a landmass and another landmass that are divided by a body of water, usually. And in order to get from one landmass to the other, you don't always want to swim, so they call in Tezzy, and he makes you a bridge.
Tezzeret builds a bridge between North America and Britain.
Yeah.
Comment down below if that helped you any more than it helped me. Boop. Hit this button.
Was that for Vince?
No.
Is that for
no.
Pleasant Kenobi?
What?
Does he need to see this?
Now, okay.
And firing good... so they're cutting costs with Alchemy, probably. And firing good testers. Eldraine really did set a bad precedent. It sure did. Wasn't Eldraine just an absolute shit show?
Mord is in there saying, I'm slightly worried that WotC now has a design team dedicated to casual formats.
Yeah.
Which is true. Melissa DeTora?
Melissa DeTora.
I think, isn't it? Which is to say, the old power level of Standard.
Viridian Joiner.
Who am I joining?
Viridian Joiner can tap for mana based on its power, but it will not have summoning sickness on his turn because he's casting it on end step. He's flash shooting it in. He's basically ramping even further. That's what we see from the red goat. Oh yeah, just for what it's worth, the Solemn Simulacrum Sad Robot that was played by Judy Big Booty, aka Sunny, comes into play on tap because guess who exited the game last turn? The guy with the blind obedience.
That's one of the weird things that happens with Teferi's Protection. Any stacks effects in play or any way you could interact with the board. Like, if you want to do this preemptive main phase, I'm out.
Yeah.
You suddenly give your opponents permission to fuck about.
Yep, absolutely.
Though, in this scenario, it's only blind obedience, which isn't that impactful. Okay, so it looks like that Viridian guy came out before Eloise came out.
Yep.
And I don't know what this means.
Yeah, me either.
I'm also I hope we are all very aware of the fact that Urza is still alive.
Urza sure is alive. For anyone curious, they're explaining Eloise in chat right now in the game.
Now there's an Eloise, right? Okay, so here's the thing about Eloise and Urza. Eloise makes the clue token whenever any creature dies. And that's why the combo works. Marching the machines, you turn your clue tokens into creatures, but they're 0/0s, they die, they make clues, so on and so forth.
They're +2ing Tez right now.
There's a Skull Clamp. The Skull Clamp can clamp the 1/1s. The 1/1s die, they make the clue token, and then draw the cards off the Skull Clamp. So there is a chance, a minor chance, that we have like
Judy Big Booty's gaining 5, and the Red Goat and Tristan are taking 5 because of the Tez, just so we know.
You know, you want something funny?
I do.
March of Machines comes down, the game's a draw.
Is it?
Even if he gets like a Zulaport Cutthroat effect in play, that's the problem with March of Machines combo. It can't be stopped.
Oh right, you can't. It's a chain of non-optional actions.
And Guy's not in the game right now.
And Guy sure isn't in the game.
So you know, that's what I want to see. I want to see
March of the Machines draw.
A March. I want it to be an accident too, though. So I guess Teferi's Protection sort of messed that up.
Mortimus has learned recently that you can attack a player that is used Teferi's Protection.
Yes, you can.
You absolutely can.
You can decide, enter combat, I am going to attack the player, because kind of the player is still there. The player can lose cards off the top of their library if you don't target them. I believe their graveyard is still accessible, and you can target things in their graveyard, because that doesn't have protection.
Yep.
There are little things like that. They just won't lose life. And they don't have to block. They don't have blockers, but they don't have to block.
Yep. We got a little clue token.
It's a feather.
That's a clue.
It's a cute little feather.
It's a clue being represented by a feather. No, the feather is in fact a clue.
No, the feather is a clue. The feather on the guy's hat
Big
fell
Bird,
off the hat.
Big Bird fucking did it. That froggy little fucking bird. Look at this. Imagine, this Urza player has been playing this turn for the last 20, 30 minutes, I think.
Hyperbole.
And, I think he just passed the turn again. Urza has passed the turn twice this game.
I mean, Urza's
not busted. Urza's not busted. Urza's fine.
Case in point, right? Mm-hmm. We're fine.
So we see another mismatching forest from the Red Goat. And I think, so there's some chatter. You guys can't hear it. But there's some chatter about the Red Goat not liking the Tezzeret from Sunny, a.k.a. Judy Big Booty, a.k.a. we really need to make them use their real names. I'm just going to call him Judy Big Booty for the rest of the stream.
Okay, here's the thing. There are nicknames in Discord.
There are.
We could, if we wanted to, set Sunny's nickname to Judy Big Booty.
It's too late, it's happening. Alright, we see a pass from the Red Goat because everything is flash.
He gets to.
He's going to trigger Sylvan Library. What do you think he does? Do you think he pays 8 life?
At 35 and just fucking board wipe whenever he wants, technically. I think I'm going to hit this transition button so that we can have it on the big screen.
That makes a lot of sense.
Also, I have a theory as to why one of our players is super laggy.
Why is that? Is it because we're using all of the internet in this house? That does make sense. Although it's not as bad as it was.
No, and it's just cardboard, technically.
Yeah.
So
I wonder when everyone else will catch on to how alchemy is being used to kill paper. Glad you. Yeah, I mean, at the bare minimum, it's being used to destroy standard being a paper format. Like, that's bare minimum what's going to happen, I think. Because they can't maintain alchemy and standard. They're too close together. They can't coexist, standard and alchemy, I don't think.
Well, at a minimum, I want to know what the information.
Guy only
we get
drew
later.
1 card, by the way.
Guy is protecting his life total.
That's a gorge. Okay, if I were the other players in this room, and I don't know if they know this, they're probably like, oh, a land. This is panic mode.
Guy definitely outlined the combo before the game started.
Did he? Okay, so they all know. But if you didn't know, it'd be like, oh, he's playing a Shivan Gorge. It's a fucking it's a half of the 2-card combo. 3 cards technically, but Zach is one of them.
2 card plus commander.
Yeah. And he just passes the turn, holding up 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8 mana.
All the mana.
Every single piece of mana you could want.
Oh. I just overheard from the side the guy explain that it costs 4 mana to do 1 damage to each of his opponents, which is a big sink technically.
Zacama generates
Until you
infinite
had
mana with
infinite.
Sanctum of Eternity. Yep.
But to respond to the alchemy question, isn't there just the other problem?
Ooh, we got tinfoil hats on in the chat.
Isn't there the problem with Arena and Standard, where the format just gets solved in a week?
It starts today.
What?
What starts in a week?
The format gets solved in Standard,
Yeah,
not Arena.
yeah.
Format
Because
gets
of
solved in a week. Standard used to more or less get solved in the time frame measured by Friday Night Magics.
Yep.
And now, how many Friday Night Magics worth of Magic the Gathering happen in that first week of
Right.
Arena?
That's it takes about 2 hours.
That's
Ooh, one of your old school favorites just got cast, Calvin.
yeah. This Tavesh is Elspeth's son's champion.
Everything's right in the world.
This is what I want to see. All he needs now is something to do with that blind obedience.
Ooh, Leo says he's seen 2 infinite combos in Alchemy today so far. Great, outstanding. I'm very excited to stream Alchemy in tomorrow probably. It's gonna be fucking awful.
Infinite combos in Standard.
Also, lots of clerics. I'm happy with that. If clerics are dominating the format, great.
I vibe with clerics.
Oh yeah, Guy does correctly remind that those 1/1s come to play tapped.
Yes. Which is the problem that Tristan has, which is why I'm not betting on him.
He's making more. They look like plants, but what are they really?
They're the thralls.
Thralls.
0/1s. The token that most people don't have, because usually you're not making 0/1s.
Guy's getting smacked. He'll take 3, and then what is it? 3 more?
Yeah, 3/3.
Everyone takes 3. Guy takes 6.
Yep.
I do like the design of being able to play a spell in your command zone. I'm interested to see more of that. I think that could be really cool.
I do know a lot of people got burnt out on just modal double face cards by the end of, I guess, that last year of printing.
That's
Technically,
fair.
we have double face cards again, but they're not modal double faced.
Rusted Slasher.
Who's rusted and who's slashing? Is this a past turn? Is this me?
No, he's doing it
clicking a
now. It's a 4/1 with what? Hey, Rusted Slasher does what? Can you repeat that? He can sack an artifact to regenerate it.
button?
It's a free artifact
it's
sack
a
outlet.
sacrifice outlet.
And we saw that coming at instant speed at end of turn.
Oh no.
So he is now untapping with a Rusted Slasher.
He is untapping with a sack outlet and his Urza and his Eloise, and I almost want to bet money that the game's over now.
All right, let's see here. Vesuvius. Vlazuvius. I don't think they will want to kill paper. Commander players are the biggest whales there are, and secret layers are money printing machine. I think it's quite likely they will split competitive and constructive to a fully online format, while Commander and other casual formats rule the paper world. Yeah, I absolutely agree. I think that it's going to be kind of hard for them to kill Modern in a quick amount of time because of the cult following, but if they want to, they can. Maybe they don't want to. Maybe they do. Yeah, I think Commander is going to be the premier. I mean, it already is the premier paper format.
What?
Yeah, right. And then they're going to, and then they're absolutely going to, no matter what, I'm not that cynical, but I'm 100% sure at this point that we're not going to see Standard be a paper format. Like your FNMs, they're going to be Modern and Pioneer, I guarantee it. Because you can't play Alchemy and paper.
Yep.
We just saw a Shimmer Dragon come down. For anyone who's not in the know, that thing lets you draw cards by tapping artifacts.
I'm gonna be really disappointed if he passes the turn again.
Oh yeah, I just go for the win.
Like that's sort of like where I'm at. Now, hypothetically, the mono green player can be like, yo, hold up, I might have at instant speed Reclamation Sage, and that could be bad. But I don't know. What is Sunny missing? That's the real question. What can, because he can, through the skull clamp, he can draw cards. He just equipped the skull clamp to the Solemn Seal Arkham. So he's going to sacrifice the Solemn Seal Arkham or regenerate the guy. Solemn triggers, draws a card. Skull clamp triggers, draws 3 cards. He still has all that mana untapped. What is he missing? And what the hecky deck is the Red Goat talking about?
They are doing some politicking to not let the Urza player win.
Oh, they're between a rock and a hard place, because there's Urza about to like
be Urza,
just omniscience out, vomit up his board, and then on the literally opposite corner of their spell table game, Zacama is just menacingly staring with that much mana.
All right, we've got Shimmer Dragon on the stack, and Bane of Progress. Woo-hoo! There goes everything, baby. Instant speed, Bane of Progress. That is what I'm talking about. Mortimus already called it. He said instant speed, Bane of Progress. You were totally right. Oh, that's awesome.
Oh my god.
Guy's gonna play a second Teferi's Protection though.
He's. I can hear him in the other room, and he's just like.
He's like, I'm gonna let it happen.
He's sort of braining right now, because really early in the game, was that Utopia Sprawl?
Yeah.
Okay, so this
hits the guy kind of hard too.
This, I'm gonna be honest.
Mortimus is a wizard and a devil. He's both. Superposition, galaxies, a gradient, from nothing to
nothing. So okay, this changes, I think, everything.
Yeah.
Because guy's down on the mana. He's down on his card interaction with the Sylvan Library.
He's floating a bunch of blue with this Bane on the stack, by the way.
That is terrifying. I guess you can find a counterspell right now. The thing is, if this Bane resolves, I'm back to voting on Tristan, because Tristan loses a fuck ton of nothing, I think.
Yep, and Guy is set back a full turn minimum.
Yep. On top of losing blind. We do not have a lot of, or I think any of our Bippy Boops.
Yeah, we still haven't set up Streamlabs for more than one reason.
The main reason that I haven't actually gone back to setting up Streamlabs is like I got in like 3 commands in there, and then the whole fucky wucky thing happened with them trying to copyright away OBS.
Yep.
We still have Streamlabs, but you know.
We're still figuring that out, but that information will be in there. For anyone just coming in that's not familiar with us, we are actually kind of new to Twitch.
Yes.
We come from YouTube. That's our native place of being existing.
YouTube.com.
So we want to be on Discord. If you want to be on Discord, so that is it's a patrons only thing. There's a lot of people in there, so bear that in mind. I think it's the $3 tier that you can buy in on.
We dropped it down to the $3.
We dropped it. Used to be $5. Now it's $3. We just changed our Patreon completely. But if you want to peep that, go check us out on Patreon, which is as of right now the only way to get into the Discord, because we needed some type of a vetting system.
Yes.
Just so we could be active.
And at a minimum, and I don't know if Twitch is happy with me saying this, but doing the $3 to get into the Discord is a lot cheaper for you than doing a Twitch subscription.
And we see more of it.
I think we officially see more of it.
Yeah.
I have my reservations about Twitch.tv, but you know.
I also have my reservations about also if you just want to watch, that's all the support we need. So
honestly, yes.
Yeah, and chill with us. Let's play Magic.
And you're gonna see these on. Wait, where does this get? This gets rebounded, right? All this gets rebounded.
This all gets put on MTG The Stack Rebound on YouTube.com.
Hi, Mom. I'm on YouTube.
Go check out MTG The Stack on YouTube as well if you want to watch Commander games that are edited and put together and go through an entire thing. You good? What happened?
It's just a dumb. I got mad at myself for a half second for making that dumb joke, as I've done this for the last year. But then me getting mad at myself was funny. Twitch takes 50% up until the point where they make you sign an NDA. So you know, that's fun. That's fun to think about.
We've got Eloise surveilling. He's cracking clues. He's got the mana floating.
Jesus.
He's just sacking all of his clues right now.
Eloise is a super interesting. I love her. I have one set aside somewhere that I need to put into Sephiroth.
Yeah, absolutely you do.
Because she's doing just wild, rude things, and she's a human for when I actually get to put together Sludge Fest.
It's a shame you can't play white.
In Eloise?
Yeah.
I mean, yeah, it is a shame.
You can't play Karmic Guide and Revel Arc.
I just said the sentence. I'm gonna put her into Sephiroth.
Oh, you're gonna be a cheating cheater.
What? I love cover guidance.
Twitch takes 50%. I think that is correct, Nate. I'm actually not sure what Twitch does.
Twitch takes 50%.
Is that what they do?
Twitch stops taking 50% once you become a partner.
Yeah.
But then they make you sign an NDA, so no one actually.
We can't talk about it at that point.
Yeah.
We are getting close to partner too. I don't know if we can not do that.
What?
Yeah, I don't know if you've looked at the requirements, but we're not that far off.
That
Yeah.
Man, Adrian's gonna show me some things, and that's gonna be a little weird.
It's because of all the raiding people are doing. People are nice to us here for some reason.
Yay!
And not so much. I'm very nervous about all of the Twitch stuff. I still don't understand the culture here, what people like, what people don't like.
Dane, this one YouTube streaming crew I hung out with, they were fun but weak. Y'all sound like you would be durable. Leo, am I in danger?
Hopefully. I like to think of myself as pretty durable. That's a nice way to say I'm comfortable with how thick I am.
No, when I hear you're durable, I'm not thinking like thickness. I'm thinking ability to take it.
Oh, both. It's both. That's OnlyFans content, dude. We can't talk about that here. And Omnath in 8. They're calling 1-1. What the fuck? They're calling an 11. Oh, I see what's happening. I see. He's giving his old playgroup crap. I wonder what the YouTube streaming crew you hung out with was.
We know a couple of the.
We know a few of the guys.
And
Sephiroth's Merfolk tribal with 0 actual Merfolk. I want to know. Twist Bear, I want to know.
Wait, Twist. I just saw that message, Twist Bear. I think I need more context.
And just in case anyone's missed out on it, the reason we're not talking a whole lot about the game is because we just saw basically Urza spin its wheels for the last few turns, or last few game actions, and now there's a the Shimmering Dragon in play with all the artifacts have been destroyed. So Urza's just kind of hanging out naked now. But we are still on Judy Big Booty's turn, and he's casting Marionette Master, which with Fabricate will give them more mana, making Marionette Master a 3-drop.
I guess with that said, we did miss it. The Bane of Progress resolved.
It sure did.
Yo, guy!
Alright. I don't want to hurt people's feelings since they are nice people. No one allowed to. That's fair. I mean, to be honest, like this whole thing's kind of hard. We've been doing this for a year and a half now. We just started on Twitch, but like YouTube, we've been going at it really hard for the last year. I'd say we've been actually doing it. And what's up?
I have no idea what we're talking about. My favorite part of this entire setup is I can run from one camera to the other and put my hands into things.
Oh yeah, that's true.
By the way, the drugs hit.
Oh, Calvin's
No, okay.
Hear that? This channel is fueled by ramen.
I enjoy the joke of Calvin does meth up until the part where we show the prescription bottle.
Why?
For some reason, it bothers me. I can't quite pin it.
Oh, it's perfect.
It
says amphetamine right on the bottle.
It does say amphetamine right on the bottle. I understand it says amphetamine right on the bottle.
This is so legal, by the way.
I don't know if it is.
It said it's legal. It's legal.
Oh, this is legal. I don't know if this is legal.
No, this is legal. This is 100% legal.
The important part is I remember one time in high school, I had a classmate talk to me about, like, yeah, I just don't think ADHD is real, and I think everyone who, gets prescriptions for it is just faking it. And I'm looking at him with the pills in my backpack after just saying, I just got prescribed the medicine. And I'm just like, neat.
That's a cool thing to say, buddy.
I guess we're not friends. And then I'm turning here to Leo saying, I was on a 6-player game once. There's more words to that, but I already don't want to be a part of the 6-player game.
Yeah. Oh, Marionette Master did resolve, and we do see a Fabricate for 3 servos.
That makes sense. 3 servo means 3 mana.
That's 3 Sapphire whatevers.
Medallion.
Mock Sapphire.
Mock Sapphire.
And now he's going to use floating mana to more land, and he's going to cast. He probably should have cast this earlier, he says. Mistakes were made. A Genesis Chamber. He plays Genesis Chamber.
I mean, Genesis Chamber is one of those cards that
is a combo piece.
You might want to sneak past the Bane of Progress.
That's true.
I think Sunny is doing some that techie politics to call it.
Dex methylafine date. I freaking dare someone to sit in a long car raid with their son without his ADHD pills. I mean, like the news is in. Like everyone with a level head understands that this is an actual. I'm in a room with someone who deals with it right now. Like it is a real thing, and people who say it's not a real thing are way too well adjusted in their own head and poorly adjusted to society.
I mean, honestly, Leo, I'm reading your comment about ADHD is a multitasking tool if used properly. My response to that is, you're right, but I don't want to live that life.
Although sometimes you do.
Sometimes.
Sometimes I pressure him to.
Sometimes
I'm a negative influence.
Because it can be a superpower. It's a superpower where you see the world in just a completely different way, and that lets you do. Sometimes it lets you do 40-hour works in 4 hours. Other times it lets you do 4 hours of work in 40.
True.
And I think I'd rather live at like a.
Adderall is basically speed. Change my mind. I'm not qualified to say yay or nay, as the only Adderall I may or may not have done for legal reasons may or may not have been legal for legal reasons. But it's. You get faster. It makes them fast.
I abused my ADHD medication when I was in high school, and I had to get off it when I moved to Japan.
It made you fast. Then you went slow.
My dosage was like.
We have a pass. Urza passed your turn for the 3rd time.
Urza did get banned in progress.
Man, dealing with Riddiman was some bullshit when I was in school. Yikes. I took Paxil. If you know what that means, you know what that means. You guys want to start a podcast? Do you want to start a podcast about prescription drugs?
I'll start a podcast about prescription drugs.
Oh, I'm right there with you, buddy. I know what Ritalin is.
I was never given Ritalin.
That's a lot. They're these days they're reluctant to give it out.
Ritalin.
It's one of the last things they'll give you.
Ritalin's for 10-year-olds.
It sure is, because it's not always prescribed to 10-year-olds.
But that's what I was. No, I was told Ritalin like stops working after a certain point in puberty.
It does. As I understand it, I'm not a fucking doctor. I'm actually the furthest thing in this house from it.
I only have an expertise in this for very personal reasons. Anyways, that's a
quest for renewal, because you can't cast that at instant speed.
I am so glad you have the headset on right now.
Because... Oh yeah, if it seems like I'm interrupting you, it's just because, like, believe it or not, I know this has become the drugs podcast, but there's a Commander game happening.
What?
Yeah.
Welcome to Entity to Stack. I've been turned on. I'm gonna hit myself in the head, but in a good way, not in the way where I'm playing Arena or Destiny PvP for too long until 2 a.m. at night, and I just get really mad. I need to punch something with skin, and the only thing that is me.
That's not good. Oh, on a side note, Leo, he likes speed. Tried Paxil. Like speed. Tried Paxil, Adderall, and Ritalin. Nothing changed. I've tried Paxil, Prozac, and what's the other fancy one? All they did was give me ice pick headaches and made me dizzy. That's all they did for me. And I was like,
I'm standing over here because there's the tacky dust on my fingers.
Oh, he's making loud sounds.
But I don't need on camera the visuals of me sucking.
This ADHD conversation would take on a whole new depth if you had separate audio source trapped on Calvin's head instead of Shrimp's. It's very true. If we just change the headset, I think the whole flow of this would change.
100%.
Do you want it? I'll give it to you right now.
No, I do not want it.
Okay.
Like, I want...
Crop rotation's happening. This is important. The player with the Shivan Gorge, A of the AB combo with his commander, played a crop rotation, and that means we have a response. They know what's going on. They can smell the fish.
The mental misstep. I was going Vicodin? I'm thinking ADHD for a second. It's like, my ADHD drug was Vicodin. Like, wait a minute. You're lying.
Perk and Vicodin do make sense after a hernia surgery, but it didn't work. That's unfortunate, buddy. I'm sorry. That probably was a very awful week for you. Maybe 2. By the way, hi, Night Abawa. I don't know if you properly said hello. Also, hello to, who else did I miss? Peerless, Perk, Evol.
It is a caffeine baby.
Caffeine baby. That's caffeine, nicotine baby. Let's go. Also alcohol. In my old age of 28, I stopped taking illicit substances. Did you know that about me?
I've heard a tale that you used to be a wild person when you were younger.
Sure did.
Now you calmed down enough where, like...
Yeah, you taught me about magic.
I taught him magic, but then he didn't calm down quite enough yet, and so I had to run away for 3 years before I can come back.
I gave him a call when I was ready to calm down. I was like, all right, we're good. You can come back. He only took 1 perk and decided it sucked. That's fair.
I know some people that just avoid the any prescribed medication like that.
We were talking for a second, and look what we missed.
Oh, wait, I'm sorry.
That's just an altar.
Wait, hold on.
That's an altar.
Wait a minute. I have to flip back to here because
He has more mana.
Hold the fucking phone. What happened? Because I thought there was a Quest for Renewal cast.
Yeah.
And Quest for Renewal is a sorcery speed effect on Goat's turn. And then crop rotation guys like, yo, what if I fuck off? How did the Ashnod's altar come down?
I think he span Urza.
Oh my fuck. You're all fucking dead.
Yeah, I think guy's adding a bunch of mana in response.
Oh no. Oh no.
Well, now I'm super concerned. The guy's counting mana. I don't know what that means. And then we see Cyclonic Rift. That is a Cyclonic Rift with its kicker cost paid.
We might have just straight up missed the altar coming down because we were distracted. Funny joke.
You're gonna have to get used. We're still doing coverage of an event. I don't know if you know this, but this is our first time doing it, and it's gonna be like this for a while. So if you're not
figuring it out. It eventually is going to look different as well. Maybe at some point we'll be able to string this together in a way that's not going to like make the computer scream.
The red goat is floating mana as well.
Though this computer is not screaming.
He's just floating a bunch of mana in response to a Cyclonic Rift.
That makes sense, given the Cyclonic Rift is about to bounce his
So we got
not his Dryad Arbor, not his Dryad Arbor.
Dryad stays.
Yep.
They're acknowledging that.
Okay.
And then it looks like guy has 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. How is he floating that much mana right now? Oh, that's a Dictative Karametra. Guy could just win right now. He'd have to have like 2 specific cards in his hand, but it's possible for him to win here.
Is it guy's turn?
I believe it is currently guy's turn.
All right, then I'll flip it back.
Yeah.
The way I'm doing these flippings right now, that's definitely one thing that's going to change. Though I'm not sure how. I'm very satisfied with how I split up the 4 players, but.
Yeah, there's some work we can do to this overlay, but I think for the first run, this looks great. I'm happy with it. We can run this for a few streams, I think. There's a chance that like this one, the screen we're on now, the 2 smaller screens you see right here, can be like overlapped a little bit. So like one's up here, one's over here, and they're like kind of overlapping at the corner. Because it'll match our screen just a little bit better.
There are ways to do that. The problem with like doing that sort of nested up, as we let Guy win the game basically. You guys can't see this on my end.
Twist Bear says the altar was last turn, so we're good. We did miss that. And Brea has Urza. Shit gets funny.
Well, when you play Brea, like you're just asking for violence. That's what one person told me.
3 herniated discs in my back, and they wanted to put me on Oxycontin for pain management, but I wouldn't be able to work. Jeez. Man, I've lived a soft life in terms of personal injury. Got hit by a car once, though, but I didn't get any herniated discs from it.
I guess I've lived a softer life. The amount of bone problems I've had has been 0. Though my body did start to go numb once a couple months ago.
Did that resolve? More or less?
I kind of figured it out.
What was it? That makes sense.
I touched the monster can for dramatic effect, but that's not good for the microphone.
Guy's using a lot of his mana right now.
He just crop rotation for
Zacama's coming down
for the Sanctum,
and he just untapped his lands.
However, I
think he's bottlenecked on mana.
Well, okay, so he can. Yeah, he can't do it because what he needs to be able to do is bounce as a Zacama and then recast it. That's how he gets the loop.
This is why you need 13 mana.
Right. So
and 13 mana from land sources, so he cannot do it this turn.
Well,
the combo would be Sanctum of Eternity, bounces Zacama, and then he floats all his mana while he does it and plays the Zacama, and then he goes up on mana every time he does it because he has 13 mana, which is 1 more than he needs to establish the loop.
Well, so that's what he was about to set up because he flashed in the Dictated Karametra.
Yep, exactly.
All the lands are now too.
He's short a few lands to make this work, and I would be surprised if the Bane of Progress didn't stop him, because it took out his extra mana source from the enchantment, the growth. Oh, Twist Bear! I've been shot, stabbed, hit by a car 3 times, hit by a tractor trailer 1 time, fell off a 34-foot scaffold and folded up like an accordion, and electrocuted twice. You're immortal. I don't know if you know this, but actually what you should do...
You're either immortal or an AI.
Either way, you can monetize that, is what I'm getting at. You can 100% monetize that. I don't know what you're doing for a living, but do use that. I'm actually dead.
This is a fever dream, guys. At some point, we're all gonna wake up. We're not sure whose fever dream it is yet, but you know.
So yeah, it looks like guy was locked out. He just vocally acknowledged that there's no way he can do the thing that he wants to do this turn. He's 5 mice in a boy suit. All right, now I think the Urza player is just in an absurd spot. He did overload a Cyclonic Rift, so you'd assume that to be the case after an overload of Cyclonic Rift, but
yeah. Though you know the Urza player passed how many times?
It's gonna be fun. You take these for a second.
Oh shit! Now I get to hear way too many things at once, everybody. Welcome to MTG This Trigger. I'm Triggered, and I'm here to sit in the main gamer chair. Oh, he's getting a Genesis chamber. I heard Genesis. This is really difficult for me because we just had a conversation earlier about how I have ADHD, and I'm currently listening to audio here, and I'm trying to think of this visual here, and I'm trying to think of my audio here, and this is really hard. Perilous says, dig the facial hair. Thank you. I'm currently in negative Calvin mode. That's just a thing I do sometimes. Don't think about it. Don't ask questions. I'm trying to grow it out, and I can feel the facial hair, which is the part I hate. Leo is like, or one of those brains controlling beetles. Human go burr. I could be one of those. And he's destroying the Marionette Master with the Zacama, I believe. Vlav is like, I didn't get seriously injured by some twist of fate, but the worst thing that happened to me was being in a zip line that snapped. How are you guys alive? Because one of y'all was immoral. Vlav had a zip line that snapped. That scares me. I don't know how to respond to that, Vlav. I'm glad you're here. I'm glad you're here with us right now. Twist Bear is like, I did suffer a broken neck from when I got hit by a truck.
Oh god.
And then this fucker's like, man, what if I had food?
Check this out, you guys.
What?
Check this out.
Oh. I did that because I see the face on that cup.
It's an ulu.
It's an ulu fuzz.
There you go.
He is setting up his Thai food.
Oh no, yeah, where are we at? We're gonna be here for a minute, and I'm gonna eat this food. Calvin, if you need to get up at some point to grab your food, I will not be offended. I just I don't know what you know about banging shrimp.
The most important thing is at some point, Zacama died.
Zacama died? Why would they do that?
Well, I mean, it was gonna happen. He couldn't win the game, so the correct thing to do is to kill the Zacama. And now Tristan's untapping.
Ew, stop letting him do that.
Twist Bear, a girlfriend I had was a major Doctor Who fan, and she believed I was a doctor. And then Leo is banging shrimp.
I do be banging shrimp though.
That's probably not what Leo's doing, but that's the first couple words I read because I don't. You guys can't see his setup right now, but the camera is in front of the monitors a little bit because we're still sort of figuring things out, and I'm in pain. But it's gonna be okay. Tristan can do this. 2 mana. Animate dead. I'm just repeating exactly what I hear right now in the Discord chat.
Perfect.
And he's gonna. He's taking the Marionette Master.
Oh no.
That's actually really spicy. Marionette Master enters the battlefield. He fabricates. He makes the tokens, and now he has the fodder. Hypothetically, he could just tap 2 mana in order to get it down.
I would not be shocked in the least if he played Marionette Master in that deck.
Marionette Master is 5 mana is the problem.
It's 6.
That's a lot of mana to make 4 bodies. Technically, Blood can. Extus wants it, but you know you can do it at 5 mana. Cast Tevesh Zot.
Isn't that what Elspeth does though? Like, how can you reasonably expect Elspeth to survive a cycle?
You know as well as I do that the reason why I play Elspeth Sun's Champion in my Blood the Blood decks is because I love that card. We played Standard at a time. I miss it. I miss the good times. I'm old. You're old. Fuck you.
You're older than me.
Here's an Awaken of Blood avatar. Everyone sacks a creature.
Uh-oh.
And then Mord played Affinity in Standard, and then something about Turbo Frog. I touched Affinity for a moment. That's how I met Adrian. He had a Naya mid-range cat deck.
The deck was called Tempered Steel.
It was Affinity.
Tempered Steel.
It was, as well as that. It played Mox Opal.
And Tempered Steel.
It did. There was a time where Affinity played Tempered Steel. Oh, you do Turbo Fog tactics in order to keep your Elspeth alive. That's pretty smart. I should look up some Turbo Fog loops. Because I have a Planeswalker deck that suffers from combat.
You sure do.
And I'm trying to figure out the right way in order to put it together without being a problem. Combat happened. Blood token is doing a blood token. What flavor of tea is that, Adrian?
We have Taro bubble tea. Taro is one of my favorite flavors that is really hard to get a hold of, and I wish more things came in Taro flavor. It's a root. Taro is a root. It's a root.
Doesn't it taste like a
Trix breakfast cereal?
And it's not just for kids.
No, but I believe Taro is the flavoring engine that they modeled Trix after, if I'm not mistaken.
Sunny Juice Return. I'm gonna hit this button. Watch this. Wow, he swapped screen.
The technology.
I still haven't got a chance to say it, but right now Adrian's computer might be screaming. We just can't hear it because it's so strong. The way you're seeing this live spell table EDH/gameplay is I have a scene in OBS that is pulling our Microsoft Edge, and then another scene that's ripping that footage and splitting it in a certain way.
Why is this like this?
4 other scenes that are splitting that because it works. And then I can, and then if I make a change and I want it to affect everything else, I know how to do that. And if I want to make a change that only affects one spot, I know how to do that.
The money I spent on this graphics card, this computer better be able to do that.
My computer at my house, when we were first setting this up, it was starting to do a little struggle bus. However, it was running 2 cameras at once.
That's fair. So. And we do have a NVIDIA, that the 3080. 3080. You guys mind Bitcoin?
That's because Adrian's old computer died, though.
It sure did. It sure did do that.
It rendered one video
so
and it was
bad.
like, I think I'm done with life.
Yeah, and the worst part is I did not get the 3080 for gaming. I didn't get it for the cool reason. I got it so Adobe Premiere Pro wouldn't crash in the editing process. And for stuff like this.
Well, now we can do stuff like this.
I guess it's just by happenstance.
Which means he could be a pro gamer.
Where's Guy going?
Guy said he's going to the bathroom. That's what I overheard over these 3 frames per second.
Okay,
and I just watched him go into the bathroom. I don't know what we're looking for when we look over there for the bathroom door. Sunny is tapping the clue.
For mana, or is he cracking it?
Well, I think he's making a mana.
To crack it.
Because I believe the vernacular you would lead with, I'm going to crack a clue by making mana.
That's fair. Is it a Bantu?
God Eternal Bantu.
What the hell does that do in this deck? Why are we playing Bantu in our Eloise deck?
Bantu draws cards.
So does every blue card.
The Bantu does draw cards by sacrificing creatures. Or is it permanence?
Is it? We have the technology at our fingertips.
Man, at some point we're going to have a stream set up where
Oh, we can look at cards together?
Yeah.
Oh, you just actually used the bathroom. You didn't vomit. Guy may or may not have mono, a head cold, a fever, a flu. And wow, that really is running at like 12p, huh?
Yeah. Because it's over the Wi-Fi where we're hogging the internet base. Because in order for this stream setup to work, we have to pull down the spell table footage.
Right.
Just over the internet as well.
Right. I wonder if there's a fix for that.
There is, but not in a way that's convenient for the player playing. Because what we could be doing technically is ripping the footage off the laptop. They would have to be close by. This is another problem.
That would defeat the point.
What you could say, cheat it by having a really long HDMI cord.
That's fair. Mortimer says, yeah, clue tokens don't have to be tapped to be activated, so it can be both.
God Eternal Bantu sacrifices permanence in order to draw cards, right?
Okay, that's fair.
Which means he can sacrifice the clue tokens in order to draw cards. Also, Eloise invites graveyard shenanigans. God Eternal Bantu puts things into the graveyard.
Guys just now realizing that Urza is still, in fact, in play. I'm noticing this thing happening throughout the game where Urza's in play and Judy Big Booty's playing field. is just still prospering in wealth and riches, while we've got 2 permanents over for the red goat. Guy's got nothing but lands, and Tristan is rocking a Zulaport Cutthroat and Awaken the Blood Avatar token, but I can't imagine that's where you want to be at this point in the game.
And 2 white mana untapped.
What could that mean?
Nothing. It means nothing. It means, how did the Urza player not win yet?
Hey, Urza, wrap it up.
Technically, sometimes in these Mario decks, I've personally ran one of those Strixhaven cards, multiple phase cards, the backside silence.
The red goat does still have Bane of Progress in hand. Cyclonic Rift was overloaded. Mortimus just pointed that out. That's very important.
That's a spooky sandwich.
Now, what do we have here? He's drawing a bunch of cards. He's just sacrificing permanents right now?
I believe... Yes, he's... No, he's doing Surveil right now, actually.
Oh, he's just letting Eloise do her thing?
Yeah.
He's
Nice.
Yeah, very nice.
Although,
Smooth.
I guess the way it works is Bantu comes down and he has a sacrifice effect. Did he draw cards before the Surveil happens? I guess he draws cards before Surveil happens.
Yeah, I would assume so.
Because that's the way the effect works. I can fucking read magic cards, baby.
I cannot fucking read.
But like... I'm...
They just gotta be looking for March of the Machines here, right?
Yeah.
That does just end the game.
No.
No?
No. See, so... Again, March of the Machines is mandatory.
Right.
You make all clue tokens become 0/0s. They die. They make more clue tokens. They loop. How do you win? You need something that watches it. Some Zulaport Cutthroat effect.
Disciple of the Vault is the
That will do it, but it's not in play.
But he's got an Urza. Let's go. He's got a Shimmering Dragon. He's got a Bantu.
What?
He has everything.
Do you know what's funny? Spinning Urza is a risk.
It sure is.
Because if you flip March of the Machines,
Womp womp, bitch.
there's no time.
Now that is literally quantifiably a 2 to 3% risk maximum at any given time. But after you spin an Urza 80 times,
Could happen.
it probably is going to happen statistically speaking.
I mean, the Urza's not winning the game, so it has to be doing something besides winning the game,
Yep.
right?
Is that a Scrap Trawler?
Yes, he did just drop a Scrap Trawler
We
onto
got
the board.
Scrap Trawler entering play,
And now...
which is another card that when you see it, it usually means you win. Where's the KCI? Where's the Crawclan Ironworks?
Reduced by 2. Yogma!
Yo, Daddy.
God bless America.
Oh, I love America.
Oh, he makes... And the Genesis Chamber makes him guys.
This is so bad.
So he... Oh.
The guys aren't affected by summoning sickness because you guessed it. Urza taps them, not the creatures themselves. What's going on? What are you reading?
Your fucking bridge metaphor. I don't know if he activated the Planeswalker yet. Because I don't know if you know this,
Do we think he's trying to win the game here? Like, literally, he's got it, and he's just going through the motions?
there's a chance he doesn't have it, but he's equipping Lightning Greaves to who?
We're going to find out in just a second.
God, man, my friend.
He can use the Tez to kill. Its
Yeah.
minus ability counts artifacts, right? So what's the number, 32? He doesn't even need to do 32. He just needs to do 8 because that'll kill the player with the Bane of Progress in hand.
He could.
So he's gonna Greaves up our boy in black, Yawgmoth, Yawg Daddy.
Okay, so here the thing is, I went to go double check it. Master of the Bridge. I want to see his ultimate because Yawgmoth, when he sacrifices a creature, there's a proliferate side to it. So technically, he can tick Tezzeret up to 10 or 8, and his minus 8 is exile the top 10 cards of his library. All artifacts from that exile go into play, which would be good if his win condition didn't involve an enchantment.
Oh.
With that said, yeah, and they're talking about ticking up the Tezzeret right now. So Tezzeret hasn't been activated yet. Can we try and count his artifacts based on this lovely, lovely system right here?
1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Any artifact lands? I count 8.
I don't see any artifacts.
So we can kill the red goat,
We can kill the red goat.
which is the player with the Bane of Progress in hand, which I think is pretty relevant. Peerless says GGG, which means good game, Grandma.
He's opting to go Yawgmoth, sack some creatures in order to draw some cards and proliferate. I'm curious if he's about to put some counters on the Tez.
Wouldn't you?
Not in this deck.
Well, not to win, but to set the Tez up to be better.
Okay, yes.
Like, because if he minuses the Tez and takes out the red goat so he can't get Bane of Progress, right? But you want the Tez to be high enough where it doesn't just die to combat.
Yes. So, I mean, quite frankly, you have a proliferate effect in play. What is a scenario where you decide to not put the counters on the Planeswalker? It's just, the trick is, it's not the line I'd be thinking of. It's just incidentally...
Where's that Zulaport cut throw going?
Oh, so Yawgmoth has a...
Oh,
Yawgmoth does everything.
Yawgmoth is a block of text.
Sacrifice a creature for free. You do have to lose a life, so maybe you kill yourself in Commander. But you get to give something -1/-1. You get to draw a card, and you get to proliferate.
Nice, dude. Yeah, some more.
Or do you proliferate off the black? It's been a while since I played Yawgmoth. Actually,
I'm gonna read Yawgmoth.
On the off chance that I'm wrong, my excuse is that Yawgmoth costs like $30, so I don't play him in my budget decks.
Because we do that on MTG the Stack over on YouTube.
Yawgmoth, not why did I hit?
It's
Yawgmoth?
black, discard a card, Polif.
All right, so he uses the black to polypop.
Another really important part of Yawgmoth right now is he has protection from humans.
What?
Humans are swine.
That's what R&D would call a ribbon.
Don't.
Do you know what a ribbon is, Adrian?
Don't do it. We had the conversation already.
Did we?
We did.
But did we?
I fucking love tapioca.
Oh my goodness, Sonny. I'd be... So, another like pull behind the curtains right now. Full disclosure, if this was a live EDH/Commander gameplay video, and we were recording it, and we were like sitting across from this gentleman, I'd be like, okay, what is it? You got it. I know you got it. Just do the thing, man. But we're not. Sonny's board is getting out of hand. To quote Sonny, Tristan is in the chat. Tristan is in the chat, but he's also in the game. It's a fucking meta. What is Tristan saying?
Kill us, please.
Meta.
I would like to die now, sir.
Okay. Look at my blue fucking mouth. As an aside, this is the problem of these sort of graveyard stack shenanigan decks.
Yeah.
Because at some point, you don't quite have it, but you probably have the resources to find it.
But you have to go through the motions.
You have to go through the motions, and if you're not experienced with it, which I do know Sonny is not experienced with it, because he hasn't played that much Magic recently.
Yeah.
It's sort of second guessing and just, I don't know what to do. Which, incidentally, is half the reason why I don't play Zulaport Cutthroat in my Blood to Blood deck.
I do believe we're just playing the one game today because this is the test stream, right?
Yes.
So this is actually a good point. Well, I think Sonny might find it. Just in case, this is a good time to plug. One reason you would want to be in the Discord, right? Because again, watching is plenty. But if you do feel the need to support further, vis-a-vis getting the Discord to the patron, that is how you can pop up on these games. These are our patrons playing Magic, and we're doing coverage. So if you want to be a part of that, you want to show your deck off, or your dick off, whatever you're doing, it's fine with me.
You can't show your dick off on stream.
Not on the Twitch stream.
Or the YouTube stream. Everything else is on
Everything
Adrian.
else is on me. Then check it out. You know, that is something we offer. Just look up MTG the Stack on Patreon if you want to find us. But did we win yet? Much like our patron Tristan has.
Yes, Tristan has done the thing. Hence...
Tristan also, shout out to Tristan for top 8ing his first Modern event, which also happened to be a store championship that I did help him test for a little bit for. He's playing Hammer Time. Pretty sweet. Mortimus also gets hard with voice comm since you can't use non-verbal ways to communicate things. Yep. That would be awesome to get in some games. Yeah, a lot of spell table happens in our Discord, and more needs to happen. Calvin and I have been preoccupied with so many things we can't even get into right now. They are
it's
work
finals week right now for me.
Yeah, and for me, it's stress out about the infrastructure of the stack changing.
For Adrian, it's about he's got to set his bed on fire for business reasons.
For
Don't
business
think about
reasons,
it.
I have to set my bed on fire. This is only like a quarter of a joke. The rest of it's totally real.
Man,
You can use Android to play Spell Table, yes.
I hope everyone forgives me for the fact that I kind of stopped commentating on how Eloise is spinning his wheels.
Oh no, like we'll get back to the game if he passes.
If he passes, I'm gonna lose my shit.
Because that'll be Urza passing the turn 4 times in a game. And
That'll be Urza passing the turn with an Ashnod's Altar, a Yawgmoth, a Denish's Chamber, the Urza, all in play, and the Eloise, which makes artifacts when things die.
Sure do.
Artifacts that could be tapped for mana. Jesus Christ, he has like what?
He has so much.
They're confirming that he like doesn't have Reliquary Tower or something.
Where are we at? Is it falling apart for him?
Tristan is trying to politic into just fucking kill the two of them and it'll just be me and you.
That's not the worst idea. What's Tristan going to do about this in his Marty deck? Play Ruinous Ultimatum?
Big Judy Big Booty is at 15. And then that number is divisible by 3. That's a Grim Horror Specs. Someone shoot me.
I'll shoot you.
Sonny, I love you though. But also... Aw, man. Yeah, Adrian's going over to the other room and doing a shouty shout. Yeah. You know what? I had a thought, ladies and gentlemen. I want to do something. I'm going to come down here over to this voice thing, right? Because I could do something really funny. Actually, how do I do this? I don't know how to do this. I could do this over here, actually.
What's up?
I had $1 million idea.
I'm listening.
Because I believe that audio sources is nested into everything.
Are you about to crash the stream?
How do I crash my own stream? Crash the game.
Well, not like party crashers, like the stream 404 blue screens. LOL, we're done.
No, you just...
Packet. I can draw 2 and lose 2.
I can just add the...
But I'm also
5
gonna
mana draw
Do we
2.
need to do that?
Yeah.
Well, if this game
But I'm also
is,
going to
like,
play for Freezy.
trying to wrap up,
Mycosynth
maybe
Gold.
I let him do the narration.
Hey, man.
And each of those is going to
Because,
make
like-
me a mirror, so I'm going to make 2
And then the
mirrors.
fun trick is we get to mute it later.
Oh, yeah.
That's true.
You know?
Yeah.
Crash the stream, Calvin.
All right, and Mycosynth Golem not only has affinity for
Crash override,
artifacts,
that's right,
but
man.
artifact creatures I control have affinity for artifacts. So it's
It's all,
basically
every
just
artifact creature in your every creature out of your hand.
So
practically.
everything has
So-
an affinity twice.
He's got BOGO.
His affinity doesn't stack with each other. Because it just gives it the text. The spell costs 1 less.
So affinity
Yeah.
and... So he has to choose one affinity.
It's the same thing. They're all affinity for artifacts.
Yeah.
I'm gonna double check. Just keep doing stuff. Just win.
Oh yeah.
I don't know how you have not won this game yet.
Neither do
He
I.
hasn't-
I'm trying to draw into a potential win.
Well, I don't know
about
what
that.
Tristan can do, but if you just give haste to one of your attackers, alt
One
Tezzeret,
infinity can be larger than another.
you can just
One infinity can be larger than another. Aleph Null to the first is different than Aleph Null to the second. They are both.
So one
qualified
affinity
as
can be
different
larger?
infinities.
Yeah,
The
so
prompt
each
unit
of them
exists, and
applies.
a clock
So
is a thing.
basically, every
I
artifact
don't know
creature you
about
have has
physics.
double
What are you
artifact
smiling
affinity
about?
right now.
Yes.
Every
My regular
every creature
creatures.
only has
Is
one.
it just
But-
more garbage?
So what they're trying to figure out right now,
We're
in
in
case you
poop
missed
time.
it,
If
is
you don't know
that-
what this is, it's called poop.
Yeah,
time.
welcome to poop time. That's what we need. A fucking little like clip art animation of just poop happy poop emoji faces falling down. Like, poop time. Just
I'll throw that. I can throw that together right now.
it's just
You don't even need an animation. We can just do it right here in this room. Anyway, keep going.
let's see. Oh man, I can do the audio. My goodness.
The audio output capture, is that just them?
Yes, I had.
That's amazing. That's exactly what we needed.
So Adrian, Mr. Hunter Man, one of the things about me doing all my nesting stuff is there's this little panel right here called audio capture device. I did set up all our audio right now through what you had already set up, kind of, just what you predicted. But
because you have
this
a nested
camera
audio source
right
that
here
is being read as a
is
camera.
nested into our camera, and
Right.
it just gets daisy chained over.
So therefore, it can have its own audio mixer pot right there that you can toggle on and off. I like that.
So watch this. I
Come to
unmute
Calvin's
them.
masterclass on how to set up OBS.
You can
the
stack
right
it
way.
either one. I just
It's just
There's actual duct tape on my computer making this work.
no. There's no
He's
wait a
physically
minute.
duct tape something to my computer.
Do we want to talk about this right here?
That's amazing.
You guys can't see it, but we
I can probably stream together.
he could probably take a picture, send it to the Discord, and then I can get it onto the stream right now. He has a ring light on like an arm tripod wrapped around another tripod, which is what the GoPro is attached to. Oh, I see what you're doing.
The ring light might be too light, but but you see this ring light right here? It's like, you might not be able to see it, but it's
problem.
it's wrapped. I've wrapped one tripod around another one. It looks like an eldritch abomination.
Oh my goodness. So I'm gonna need just a second.
Does he win yet?
He is trying. He's trying so hard. He has an Urza, he has an Eloise, and he has a Yagma. He can.
This is going on rebound anyway. I don't give a fuck.
Oh my god! Did he just draw Disciple of the Vault, but doesn't have a black mana?
That he's got to be able to string that together.
Come on.
Someone give this man a black mana.
Oh my god. And now they're confirming Tezzeret's plus. And then he's counting the... I should probably unmute this for a second.
15.
15. Okay. So you have 14 points of damage from your Dragon, Urza, Eloise, and Lightning Greaves going on to the Mycosynth Golem. Unless you got something bigger,
I know,
you can put it on.
Stone Array. What is that card?
So you just need 4 more points of damage?
so that would put Guy at 1, me
He
at
has black mana, he has
18. So you need
Yeah,
a
no,
total of
definitely.
18 and then one extra
That's
attacker
only tap
to
blue.
win.
Okay.
So
So they're basing the closing line for this game on the fact of combat. Which kills me because I have no idea what doesn't have Summoning Sickness. Yawgmoth was played this turn, so I guess it can attack. Urza can technically attack, and I think Eloise saw a cycle.
Yeah.
Yeah, we just need a Microsynth Lattice for more shenanigans.
Oh, Mycosynth Lattice would be outstanding. That card was banned in Modern. Didn't need to be. I liked it. Let people suffer. Fuck them.
Oh my god.
That's right, Via.
And-
We sure are. Begging for the sweet release. Well, at least I get to chew on tapioca balls.
I do want to give some slack because he hasn't played.
Oh no,
Magic
this
in
isn't
a
Sunny's
bit.
fault. This is Magic's fault.
Oh, this is Magic the Gathering's fault? I can vibe with that, like 100%.
Yeah.
Again, I don't think I play Yawgmoth in any of my decks right now.
Yeah, I have avoided Yawgmoth in everything except for Marin.
Like, because it's obviously it's the same thing with Urza too. Just these cards just become clusterfucks, and
Yeah.
the deck that he has together right here is sweet. It's
This
just-
is the problem of Simic. You find yourself in this position where you can take infinite game actions. Unfortunately, none of them quite win the game.
they're not quite there, but like if you guys do nothing again for one more roundabout, I guess I win. So I sort of got if I hear a pass, I'm walking out of this room, not for any spite out of any players in this game, but just like I think at this point my drugs are about to wear off.
Wow, you've only took them an hour ago.
More?
More drugs, sir?
Would you like some candy, little kid? I got some.
What is the conversation right now?
It's combat.
Oh, they're actually going to combat.
Well, they're going through. They're basically doing the measurements right now. They are not taking the pro tech play of fuck it. Blockers are for or math is for blockers.
I would math this for blockers. He still has the Tez activation, right? How many artifacts is this? 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13,
they counted up
14,
15 a second ago.
So it's what, one short to kill Guy, so he can kill Guy with combat.
He cannot pass.
He can't pass to Tristan?
I don't believe he can pass a Tristan.
Why not?
All Tristan needs is some way to string together 2 blood tokens. He can populate. He can. I don't know. The deck has its ways of just suddenly shitting out 2 blood tokens. Yeah, he's already cast it twice, but we don't know what's in his hand.
This is amazing. We might have to implement a favorite plays policy on the next stream. So for anyone who doesn't know this, because we record Commander games, and this can be quite time consuming, because when we stream them, it's kind of easy mode, because we just upload the entire game we played when we stream them. When we record them, like the last video you guys got, was a 35-40 minute video, and it started out with me having 2 separate camera streams, each with about an hour and 40 minutes of gameplay apiece. They need to be strung together, audio balance, the audio needs to be done, blah, 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 and then it needs to be cut down. So at some point, we implement favorite plays, which is, we don't care if you win this game. We don't care who wins this game. Make a fucking game action and pass the turn.
I mean, at a minimum,
it's for content.
Well, I mean, at a minimum, favorite plays is ultimately the concession is Commander's fun because you get to play Magic and your friends get to play Magic and you get to see Magic things happen. So
the idea is make your favorite play if you can't find the best one.
Yeah, just go for what like is visually appealing for you. And then there's a lot of conversation on like Twitter or whatnot about how like the people that are playing to win are doing the Commander wrong. At least like that. So that's a discourse. People like talk about that talking. People talk about the talking point.
They talk about the thing as if it's talking for the sake of talking about a thing you can talk about. Is a thing that human beings do. Is it time?
The trawler, and I think that's it.
Grim.
Yeah, you.
Did you sack the Grim?
Yes.
Yes, I did.
All right.
I'm gonna sack these 3.
Yes.
2.
Make 3 clues.
Make
Yawgmoth.
3 clues off of Yawgmoth.
Pay
And,
3 life, draw 3, just to get that out of the just because
Pay 3.
triggers.
Yep. And
Draw
then
3.
draw 3.
Is it
Blah, blah.
did they find the line?
Yep.
Yes, we found the line as a group.
Okay. And
And
then,
then
move
put
the
the
Greaves over to Mycosynth Golem. And then I will plus Tezzy.
Killing
to,
the 2.
to 8.
All right, it doesn't matter. Just add it up, please.
Yep. And then everybody
That's-
dies. And then
No.
blah.
Let's do the math properly. So that's
Okay.
11. That's 11.
That's
12.
Draw
13,
I vibe with you. I vibe
14.
with that.
It's 15, 16. I see 16 artifacts. Is that correct?
So 11,
I found my old account. Just
12, 13, 14, 15, 16,
17.
17.
Yeah, so I'm down to
Thanks for the first time chat, buddy.
16. That's what it
This
was.
is an old
All right,
account.
now swing and add up the math.
11, 12, 13,
that's 17 points of damage from the attackers.
Yep, and then that's lethal.
Yep.
Just tap them all and you kill me.
Blah.
Cool.
Good game.
Cool.
God damn.
Yay, we found the line.
Yeah, I'm very sorry. I should have goldfished this a little bit more before playing it.
Oh no,
It's
Oh,
fine.
dude, you're good.
it's totally.
You had a lot of gears spinning.
I had a 6, a 5, and a 6 drop.
Tony, do you have
in hand.
anything you want to say? Because Twitch can hear you.
like for a second I put this on so that like I can talk to you and then that people on Twitch can hear it as because in order for the conversation to actually work out.
But take a victory lap, buddy.
You're totally groovy for not like having the perfect reps behind the scenes. I overheard conversation earlier about how you haven't gotten as much magic in lately, and like the sacrifice style decks can tend
They
to
are
get there.
hard. They are so hard.
But you also got there, so frick.
All right.
Button.
Yeah.
Hold on.
Bye, Sonny. All right, Calvin.
I
you
mean,
have to do.
they can still hear. They can still hear us. I muted them.
But they can't. That's what I'm saying. Bye, Sonny. Because from their perspective, Sonny's gone.
Well,
From
hi.
Twitch's perspective, correct? What? Calvin, can they hear
Yeah.
them?
They cannot hear them right now. And now they're talking about the fact that we were talking about a thing, but they can still hear me technically about talking about the thing that they can't hear us.
We are on Twitch.
So I
though.
gotta hit this button so that they can stop hearing me talking about the thing where I'm talking about them not being able to talk about me.
Guys, I'd say this is, by my metrics, a fine first run at attempting to do coverage of Spell Table games. I'm excited for us getting the hang of this and doing it more. These are my SteelSeries 7 Arctis headphones that I bought from Best Buy for $150.
Which
I've
Best
been there-
Buy, Adrian?
Oh, it's the one over on Central City Parkway. I've been there a time or two. I'm gonna keep saying that till it's a meme. All right, definitely let us know what you thought. If you're watching this on Rebound, this is going to be part of the curriculum here at Rebound, so get ready for more of that. Hopefully it gets better. That is
We're
not...
still working out the kinks. The exciting
And
thing
I
about
do have
right now,
kinks.
the exciting thing about right now is it happened. There are some thoughts I had in my head. For example, Adrian, I do think it's if we don't get the 3 people right away and want to do multiple games, you know, we can start earlier, but we need someone local on their spell table. I guess we actually got to drug Foley and get him ready to play. That is an option. That is an option on the table. Foley, if you're watching this, I'm coming for you.
It's gonna. He loves it.
Joke.
It's not a joke for me. I am coming. Anyway, I think that is literally all we have for you guys today. I got some more work to do tonight. I've also got some entertaining to do tonight as well. If you remember Max from the channel, he's played a few times. He's coming over, bringing some booze. You know, I work from home, so I can drink every night.
He can.
And I do.
I have to go study for a final.
Calvin's in finals week. That's why you've seen me streaming every day this week.
Though
But Calvin's here today. And that's what's important.
Let me confirm. I can stream tomorrow.
You can.
The thing that I'm been trying to prepare for happens before we normally stream.
Okay.
That's how that works. That's science. So if you can send me whatever the fuck you were talking about Welcoming Vampire and the Professor, because I want to play that open with Blood on the Snow.
Yeah, Black, White, Blood on the Snow.
Yeah,
That's solid. So
that's exactly what I want to do.
Look forward to some alchemy coming soon, and I think that's all we got for you guys. So hopefully you enjoyed this. If you didn't, get wrecked. We're doing it again next Thursday. Look forward to streams tomorrow, the day after that, and Sunday's the Commander stream.
If you didn't enjoy it, comment down below or say in chat now.
I was gonna
why.
say this isn't YouTube.
Like
this isn't our home.
It's about to be. If you didn't enjoy it for whatever reason, you can say it in the chat right now, and it will be recorded burned into the image, which will be then put onto YouTube. And if you're on YouTube.com/c/rebound, you can comment down below with the thing and the stuff.
It's true.
And
All
my
these
mouth
things are
is
true.
still blue, but that's because I haven't eaten anything else since those Takis. There's been Thai waiting. For
Thank
me.
you guys
so much for watching, and as always, see you next time.